I know that we all know the rules of engagement by now, but I just want to put out a reminder. This is bait. This is bait.
I'll just spin for just a second, Les. You can see, remember the St. John's Church, the center of the riots and protests of the BLM in the summer of 2020? Obviously, this here is where they erected this Black Lives Matter plaza and painted on the street. But as you mentioned, it's not just being painted over, John. It's being torn up. Let me show you. We've just watched hours of a jackhammer tearing up some bollards that lined the street. They had lights on them. This is where the word matter was. The next block, lives, and the next block, black. So these crews are out here actually tearing up the bollards to begin tearing the entire street up. It says it's going to take them days to do this because of the amount of work, but they're ultimately going to return this entire 16th Street back to just a paved road. No, nothing painted in here. No Black Lives Matter.
They want us out in those streets real bad. And so they are doing stuff like this to incite anger within us. They are playing with our emotions, and they want to use us to bring about martial law. Oh, the big, bad, scary black people, yeah, they're causing havoc. There's violence in the street. They are causing destruction. Let's implement martial law because that's what we've been trying to do all along. Traumatize us, beat and batter us, murder us, and then use us to implement martial law. Don't allow them to do that. Don't allow them to use your emotions to hurt you. Don't allow them to do that. Don't allow them to play with your emotions. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be feeling angry. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be feeling frustrated or disappointed or hurt. Feel all of the feelings. I just want you to understand what it is that they are trying to do. Don't allow them to use your emotions to hurt you. Please stay home. Don't let them use you. Learn how to bake bread. Cook that one pot pasta meal that everybody is talking about from the Duchess, Megan of Sussex series over on Netflix. Everybody's talking about how good that one pot pasta meal. I've seen the lemon raspberry cake that she showcased. People are baking that. Yeah. Get on the treadmill. Read a book. Like I said, take a nap. One of my favorite pastimes. Here's what the mayor put out. Mayor Muriel Bowser. She says, we have long considered Black Lives Matter Plaza evolution, and the plaza will be part of DC's America 250 mural project, where we will invite students and artists to create new murals across all 8 wards. The mural inspired millions of people and helped our city through a very painful period. But now we can't afford to be distracted by meaningless congressional interference. The devastating impacts of the federal job cuts must be our #1 concern. Our focus is on economic growth, public safety, and supporting our residents affected by these cuts. Don't let them use you. Them removing Black Lives Matter from the roadways shouldn't change your outlook on Black Lives Mattering, because over here, Black lives will always matter.
The devil is using so many means to make black people triggered. And remember, there's a video that I did trying to talk to my brothers and sisters who are in the United States, trying to tell them to keep their hold, keep their energy, not let their energy be diluted, because what these people are trying to do, that's what they're trying to do. And they're trying to do it in so many ways. First, they began by releasing the person who was responsible for the death of, George Floyd. And you know how these got a lot of black people so emotional. And it is okay, because it's human being to feel the way we feel. But at the end of the day, the bigger picture is not to allow yourself to be used. And I tried to talk to you, to tell you to keep your cool, because that's the most important thing you can do. The only way to play this game is to keep quiet. Because when you keep quiet, they won't know you move. But when you keep talking, they'll get to know you move. So, in as much as it looks sad, in as much as it looks provoking, the only way black folks are going to win is by keeping quiet, is by minding their business. These people are using trickery. There are so many trickeries that they are using. And I think I like the evolution of black people. And I talked about the evolution of black people. Because if it were in the past, we could have visioned a lot of black people, a lot of black folks in the street. But today, that's not happening. And that's a plus for my black folks, my cousins who are out there, who are, going all through this. And there's so many changes that are here to come. And I'm here to tell you, as a continental African who is at this side of the world, I'm going to tell you that we are with you. I'm going to tell you that I support that you need to remain in the house. You need to do other activities that you never did before. If you're a person who is working remote job, perfect. Lock yourself inside, get everything you need inside the house. If you're a person who wants to go to the job, kindly go to the job, go back home. Don't do nothing, don't listen nothing. I think that's the best message. I could use this platform of mine to talk to at least encourage you. Because as a person who, at least, I'll use the word at least because I'm not accomplished, looked into history, these are the ways these people operate, because they'll try to emotionally trick you, and they'll tap on that energy and make you go out on the street. And when you go out on the street, they pass the martial laws and they'll beat you, and they'll make sure that they use that against you. Because if you look at history, those are the types of trickery these people pay. I don't want to say much. I want to allow other people to hear their information in regards to this, because people are having great insights in regards to this. Let's watch the video. I'll be back. If you're watching this video for the first time, I'll ask you to subscribe to our channel so that we can grow this community, so that we can get learning. Please subscribe, like, share, so that people who are like-minded like you can also get to watch this video. Let's watch the video. I'll be back.
Believe me, if Donald Trump is president again, at some point or another, that ugliness will touch all of our lives. And it will not matter what you look like, how you worship, who you love, or how you vote. If you don't make 6 or 8 or 12 figures, if you're not famous, if you criticize or disagree with him in any way, if he doesn't view you as his equal or relevant to his ambitions, I promise you, he will not think about you when he gets into the Oval Office.
Hey everybody, live from Black Lives Matter Plaza. Well, it's not called that anymore. And it is the end of this mass race hysteria happening in our country. The crews are out here removing this 2-block long mural of Black Lives Matter Plaza.
The only question I'm asking myself right now is, what is the purpose of that? What is the point of doing that? What are they trying to accomplish by doing that? What is the reason why they're trying to do that? These people are doing everything they can to get black people outside. This is pure provocation. Every single thing in that video is a provocation. The music is a provocation. His little smirk is a provocation. His hand gestures, provocation. His body language, provocation. These people are trying to get black people out there to protest. To all the black Republicans, how do people feel watching in real time that you're getting removed from the country? They are literally removing you from the country. They removed DEI. Now they're going after Black Lives Matter. All I'm going to say is that these things are going to become more and more common. And I know for a fact that these people are working to pardon Derek Chauvin. This is the first step that they're taking in their process of getting a pardon for Derek Chauvin. Mark my words.
Most of y'all have seen or heard that they're removing the Black Lives Matter mural in Washington. They're removing it, and now they're going to make it Liberty Plaza. This just goes to show, in my opinion, it's just a call to try to get black people to protest, but what they fail to realize is we're not doing it. It's bait, and we're not doing it. But also what they don't realize is Removing that Black Lives Matter mural does not change anything. We will continue to fight for change because Black Lives Matter and they always will. No matter what these people do, they cannot erase Black history. It will never go anywhere. And that very White House where those executive orders are signed was built by Black people. Again, history will not be erased. So we're going to continue on our day, and we will continue to fight for change. And just because they're removing the mural, Black people don't get upset. It's just to get us out in these streets, and we're not. And we're going to continue to mind our business like we always do. I never understand why Black people are the most hated when all we do is mind our business. That's all that we do. So why is it that we're the most hated? I will never understand that. But yet, again, we're going to carry on with our day like we always do. And just because they're removing that mural, it does not change anything.
You can destroy a street that has Black Lives Matter on it, and it means absolutely nothing because Black lives matter. That's what DC is doing right now. That street that used to say Black Lives Matter, that hollow ass fucking victory, as you call it, they're tearing it up right now. Pretty sure there's going to be a big ass eagle painted on that thing for freedom, MAGA, whatever the fuck. We see you, America, and we will never, ever forget. We see you. We're looking dead at you. We're looking dead at you. We see you. And we will never, ever forget. And do you know why? Because the cowardice of the American populace, it speaks louder than any words you can possibly use. We see you. We see you. You think we're going to forget? No. No. The time for us to ever sit down and have those conversations is over. It's done. We see you. You think giving us a street was enough? We saw that bullshit when you did it. No meaningful legislation like the George Floyd Fairness and Policing Act. No information whatsoever about that. No, it passed the House and has been sitting in the Senate ever since. It's going on 6 years now. No protections for Black people to vote, like the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. Passed the House, sat in the Senate, did nothing. We see when Democratic consultants say we should stop leaning so hard on identity politics, as if somehow I can turn this off to go vote. We see you. We see the pundits. We see them capitulating to what is blatantly racism. We can see it. We're looking dead at it. America's problem with racism has now reared its head once again and has been elected president twice. The experiment that is America, you will never get a total full support from people that look like me ever again. Ever again. Your institutions, we never trusted. Understand that. All of y'all keep talking about Democratic plantations. Black folks know. Black folks has always known. Neither major political party give a fuck about us. We give them our support when we fucking feel like it. Not full-throated. No. No. We have watched as when we brought up our feelings, when we brought up our concerns, you paraded out Oprah and Bill Cosby and fucking Jay-Z to try to tell us what the fuck we were looking at wasn't real. That it was a fantasy in our heads. That racism was over when Obama was elected. And we kept telling y'all, that's not how that works. That's not how any of that works. The racism is in the bones of this bitch. We told you to address it, and you never did. So now you're just going to tear up the street that y'all gave us ceremonially to say that Black Lives Matter, as if that somehow ends the motherfucking conversation. It doesn't. It doesn't. We watched y'all. We watched the disrespect year after year after year, decade after decade after decade. We are watching now as how easy it is for you to erase our footprint in history of this country. We see replacing the head, the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, a 4-star Air Force general, with a 3-star white guy who's been retired. But we're supposed to keep playing in. We're supposed to be buying in. We've watched as our politicians have let us down again. We have watched as our politicians have pretended like what we were talking about was fiction, fantasy, all in our heads. We sat and we watched you. We watched you. We watched as you did nothing. We watched as allies hid their fucking hands and gently pushed back like they're that fucking Homer Simpson meme where he tries to blend into the trees. We don't trust you anymore. We don't trust the system. Much like our allies outside of the United States, we no longer trust the system. It's blatantly obvious that y'all ain't gonna fix it. The fuck you asking us to give you a part of it for? I'm gonna use my voice for the next 4 years to advocate for change. But I'm telling you right now, the bar is in hell. And some of you will not even pass that. The bar is in hell. And some of y'all still won't even be able to meet that. I have no faith in you. I have no faith that America will ever get it right. I don't. I never really have, to be honest with you. But now it's blatant. Now it's blatant. This is why we're sitting out the next 4 years and watching this bitch burn. Because you're going to listen to us and you're going to learn. Whether you gave a fuck about Gaza or gave a fuck about fucking Greenville, the facts on the ground are this: America lives off of that selfishness. And they keep expecting people, particularly black folks, to buy in as you try to figure it the fuck out. It's like James Baldwin. It's like what James Baldwin said. How many more years do you want me to give you? You have my father's life, my grandfather's life, my great-grandfather's life. You have my mother's life, my grandmother's life, my great-grandmother's life. You had all of this time to fix it and you never did. Now you want me to give my life up for you to get your head out of your ass? What about my kids? What about my grandkids? You want my great-grandkids to wait as you fucking figure this shit out? No. No. Buck stops here. Buck stops here. If America is going to continue to be the selfish assholes that they always are, please do not ask people that look like me to buy in. We're done. We're fucking done. You can't bait us. We want to release Derek Chauvin. Go ahead. He ain't going nowhere but fucking Minnesota. Go ahead. We're not, oh, we tore up Black Lives Matter street. Are you mad? No. We knew y'all didn't give a fuck about him in the first place. That's why y'all kept pointing at the organization and not the fucking sentiment that goes around with it. Do Black Lives Matter? Obviously they don't, so fuck you. We're going to sit on our hands and watch as this bitch burns. And maybe in 4 years you'll get it, but not really, because Gavin Newsom is your fucking presidential candidate from the Democratic side. J.D. Vance is going to be the presidential candidate from the Republicans. Y'all still ain't going to figure it out. So why the fuck should we be involved? Why? You never listened. You never listened. Your egos were too big. I hope TYT, I hope the Young Turks burns, and it burns slow, and I hope it hurts them more. I hope all media institutions burn, and I hope it hurts, and I hope it's slow. And while this is all going on, as America thimble fucks with its own dick trying to figure out what the fuck it is that they're going to do, as America figures out whether or not it wants to keep going backwards to honor these lazy ass white men that have done absolutely nothing in the world, or they're going to go forward with a diverse fucking community and figure it out. As that's happening, don't ask us to be involved. We're sitting out. We're sitting around drinking our coffee, drinking our liquor. Watch as you keep trying to throw dog whistles at us, and we keep throwing a foghorn saying, go fuck yourself. See, America's going to learn to get over itself, or it's going to burn down. It is. Either way, we will be here, silently watching. We're not going to try to interfere. Y'all didn't want us to interfere in the first place. Hopefully you'll figure it out. But if not,
So that clip, y'all, is footage of them ripping up the Black Lives Matter street mural near the White House. They're ripping it up and they're going to pave over the street as if it were never there. They really do think that we are easily manipulated and that we're stupid. We know what they're doing. We know that Black lives do matter, that our people have always contributed and continue to contribute to the United States of America. They can tear down all the monuments they want. They can ban all the books they want. They can take away federal holidays, but the truth remains. And we, the Black community, know the truth. And we're not going anywhere, and we shall not be moved. Now, don't get me wrong. Feel however you feel about this. But what I suggest, y'all, is that we use those feelings as motivation to commit acts that are going to benefit us, our families, our local community, and the collective community as a whole. For example, get some rest. Take that class that you've always wanted to take. Start or continue to work on that business. And let this encourage you and motivate you to support even more Black businesses. I'm a big bookworm, so I'm going to include authors in the main comment that's going to be pinned under this video so that you all can check out Black authors who are writing in science fiction and fantasy. Check them out, follow them, you all, and support their work. And then find other Black businesses, at least 2 or 3 more this week that you can support. All that they are doing is showing how pathetic, weak, and evil they truly are. And as my grandmother used to say, y'all, all they are also doing is heaping coals on their head. We shall not be moved. We are holding the line. So you all stay encouraged and be careful out here.
My people, I understand that they are going to completely erase the Black Lives Matter paint that is on the pavement up in DC. Don't move. Do not move and do not engage. Let them do everything that they're doing. It is no point in getting upset and outraged over it because you got bigger fish to fry. Drink you some water. Get you some therapy. Pick up your hobbies. Go ahead and start storing up for this projected recession that is coming in the months, because these are things that we knew would be inevitable. So focus on that. Focus on that. Rest. Drink your water. Get your therapy. Start your hobbies. Work. Pray. Repeat. But do not engage. Do not allow yourself to be enraged. Do not become fazed by these small little things that are literally bait. There's no sense in getting mad about something that you knew was coming, especially if you have been alert in the past 6 weeks. It's okay. Let them do it.
They started the destruction of the Black Lives Matter mural on Black Lives Matter Plaza in DC today. And I say destruction instead of reconstruction because they are actually literally destroying the street in order to just repave it. Now, it took millions of dollars to actually design this mural, and they are saying that it's going to take hundreds and thousands of dollars to actually reconstruct it. But I just want to stress again that they are actually using our tax dollars to destroy this street just to reconstruct it and redesign it, when we are literally getting ready to go into a recession. I also hear that they are going to rename the plaza as well, and as of today they have not actually confirmed that yet and confirmed the actual new name. Now, this mural is actually north of the White House, so I believe this is something that number 47 has to see every time that he flies into the White House. So of course he wants it gone. Is this helping our economy? Is this actually helping anyone save money? Do you know anyone that this is actually going to help? Let me know.
I wanted to comment on them ripping up the BLM street in DC. They're literally wasting government money to get rid of BLM over a street. Their ray-rayness is so bad that they would tank their own economy just to hurt. And then they think we're going to hit the streets. No, sir. We're going to do exactly what I'm doing right now. Nothing. Go ahead and do it. Rip up every single BLM sign, street, building, and waste all that money just to turn the entire world against you. No one thinks you're the good guys. Everyone knows you're Ray Ray. Everyone. Including your own constituent. A part of them are also Ray Ray. The other part are now waking up and realizing, oh my goodness, these guys are crazy. So keep doing it. We don't care, because eventually you'll be gone and we'll just put it back. Or we'll create new ones. You think by destroying the street, that's the end? No, sir. We're still here. And we still do matter. Black lives do matter. And for all lives to matter, Black lives need to matter. And destroying a street won't change that. So have fun. Stay hopeful. Trust your gut. And always know you're not crazy.
The thing is, you don't have to incite out anger. Some of us have never stopped being angry. Never. We wake up with this quiet resolve that America hates us, that a lot of the world hates us. We wake up already angry. So you taking away Black Lives Matter Plaza, you doing your little tit for tat DEI shit. It's just, it's really funny at this point. The fact that you think that you have to rile us up as if we're not already mad. Go figure.
No. As Destiny Child would put it, no. Again, that's bait. That is bait. We are not falling for it. It's not time. It is not time. We are staying home. We are staying hydrated. We are staying prayed up.
and we are minding our own damn business. Black folks, it's not our time. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's bait.
So now y'all ripping up the street? Y'all ripping up the whole street. What's that supposed to do? At this point, it feels like an obsession. Like do they really want to see black people get emotional? And it's like y'all are doing extra work to try and get a reaction out of us than you are focusing on the problems in this country. Think about it. They got those people ripping up the whole damn street. You know what I mean? Y'all can't paint over it? Like it's a street. How much do you really think we are worth if you think ripping up letters off the street is going to be enough to piss off our community? You see, what's going on is if they really want to upset black people, they're going to have to do something that is very, very egregious. Something that would, without a doubt, make them the aggressor. Something that would, without a doubt, make them the culprit, make them the bad guy. That's what they keep ignoring about 2020, right? We watched someone lose their life on camera. Seeing that is what sparked the outrage. The stuff you guys are doing now is performative, all right? Like, it doesn't mean anything. We know that you don't want to risk the negative PR from doing something very, very out of the ordinary to get our attention and cause us to protest in the streets. But again, we will not be the scapegoat. You will not be blaming us for any of the issues that you cause. We are going to sit back and watch this administration and this party run the country. Y'all got it, okay? Whatever you trying to get done, it's on y'all.
So that's a video of them shutting down Black Lives Matter Plaza in Washington, D.C. You can do whatever you want. It is not.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I know probably people are going through a lot of things. You have to deal with the crazy economy and also the government on your neck because they want you to say something. They want you to do something that you are not part of. The problems that you're seeing happening right now, all these chaos that are happening, all these craziness that is going on in the United States, it is not the responsible for black person. It is high time black people serve their energy, keep their energy, fill their cups. Because they want to provoke you, they want your voices. If you look at history, oftentimes black voices have always been misused. I mean, look at that time during the civil rights movement. Look at that time when black people fought for the affirmative action. Look at the plight of black women. Look at the plight of black men in all making this become possible. And who did it benefit? It didn't benefit a damn black person, but it benefited all other people, the last person being the black person. Yet their voices were at the top. Then they worked with blackguards when they were being lynched, when they were being, raped and all those things while they were fighting for that change that is not benefiting them. History repeats itself. Right now, they want, again, the voices of black people to go out there, to be beaten again. And then after the laws has been passed, it's not going to be benefiting black folks. While in the first place, black people was not part of the decisions that they made. Because while they made the decisions thinking that they were not thinking about other people, they were just thinking about them. But now it's happening. And it's happening the opposite of what they expected. Right? What I want to tell black folks is that let us not forget. Because history is there. And it says the characters of these people. And for the longest time, you have been dealing with them. So I urge you, history doesn't forget. And I urge all black people not to forget all those trickeries that they will want to use against you, because they know damn well, they know where to press and when to press the button. Thank God they pressed the first button of trying to release the person who's responsible of doing what they did to John Floyd. Right now, they want to press the second button of removing the Black Lives Matter that was initially there. And they want you out in the streets because there's a correlation between the person who was jailed for the responsibility of George Floyd, and there's also a correlation between it and the Black Lives Matter Plaza that is being taken down right now as I'm speaking to you. So a lot of things are happening at the same time, but we need to keep our heads up. We need to think and learn not to forget about history, because history states that these are the tactics they'll use against you, and they'll try to use emotional trickery. They'll try to gaslight you. They'll want to get you raged, but become a bigger person. Let's focus on important things. Let's focus on uniting. Let's focus on building each other. This is the time that black people need each other in history. For the longest time, this is not the time for fighting against each other. Oh, I don't know what political party, I don't know you belong to, right? This is not that time. This is that time that if you are capable of supporting, of holding your brother's or your sister's hand, hold their hand so that they can be safe in their houses when all these chaos are happening. This is that time. And we're at a point of just watching everything crumbling, right? And black folks are already winning, because take a look at Elon Musk. His shares are crumbling, and it's known out there. Black folks are already winning because they warned all people against all this. And I think karma is working on their favor. The only task, I'll say again, the only task that black people have is to shut up, is to keep quiet. That's the only thing they can do. And just be prepared. They'll try to threaten you. They'll try to sell you fear. They'll try to tell you how you're missing out. They'll try to tell you that we will not forget because you didn't support us. They'll do all those things, and be ready, because maybe worst is coming. But the only thing you can do is to keep quiet. Because when you keep quiet, now you have the power, because they don't know your next move. It's like playing a chess game where you're on the chessboard and your opponent knows your next move. It's easier for them to maneuver the game. But when they don't know your next move, that's when you come in. That's when you play your game real well. And so, two assets that black people have right now, two things that they need to do. First one, you need your black brother, you need your black sister more than ever right now. This is the time that you need to check, that you need to look after your brothers and sisters. Second, silence. Silence will take you places. Silence will make them not know your next move, because you cannot destroy what you don't know. You only destroy what you know. Stay in your houses, watch your movie, take yourselves back like during those times of C-19, right? People are in their houses, people survived. Take yourself those times. You might want to take it as a pandemic, it's okay. Because maybe, metaphorically, it's a pandemic. Be in your houses and just look things the way they are unraveling. Because that's the only way to beat these people in their game. So, I don't have much to say, but I just wanted to hear out the opinions of those people who talked, and I wanted to use my platform to make it a place to disseminate this information. Yes, tell me what you think about this video. As usually know, this is a presenter Agent Stories, and I'm hoping to see you in my next video. If you're watching this video for the first time, I'll kindly ask you, subscribe to our channel, share, like the video so that we can spread this awareness to our brothers and sisters. Most importantly, let them know the tips that they should be using right now to beat this Babylon system. But until then, peace, love, and harmony. Salute, fam.